everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got my big old thing of sage here. It's gonna give me some smoke. I've got the fan going because it's 102 degrees outside. I have no air conditioning, and this is quite nice actually right here. We're gonna get ourselves some smoke going on. I hope you're all doing well where you are. I hope you're staying cool. Let's tap in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you this afternoon. Oh yeah, there it goes. So he's down here, Toby's down here, and the fan's blowing right on him, so that's a perfect spot for him. Alright, Spirit, what storyline would you like to share with the collective at this time? Please and thank you. Central energy. We've got the Page of Cups here. New love. New opportunity. Challenge by Ten of Wands reversed. We'll have to clarify this. In the subconscious, there's the Chariot. So there's forward movement, a victory. Somebody's thinking about a victory. Somebody's thinking about a departure. In the recent past, Three of Wands in the upright. I'm moving forward, making plans to move forward. Intentions, expectations. Codependency. Destructive behaviors. In the near future, You've got the Empress, the fertile feminine, the nurturer, the mother figure, abundance. The lens is being looked through. The Ace of Pentacles. A cycle is about to begin anew. You knew that. And you are prosperous. In the environment, the Fool reversed. Somebody doesn't know what to do. They could be making bad choices, behaving recklessly. Hopes and fears. Three of Swords reversed. Releasing pain, forgiveness, moving on, recovering from heartbreak. And the outcome, betrayal. Oh my gosh, man. Dishonesty. Acting strategically, trying to get away with something. Goodness. With the Lovers. The Lovers. The Lovers. Somebody wants to disconnect the Lovers and cause them a tower. So be aware of Mr. Charming, Mr. Unpredictable, because he wants to bind you. Or he's bound, he's having victim mentality because he had to walk away and he's been disconnected from the start. Who got their Nine of Cups and their Nine of Pentacles? Justice. Oh, they're not happy. They're stuck in an illusion. They're stuck in an illusion. Holy mackerel. Did you see that? The Star has the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, and that's justice. But these ones want to come in and cause a tower for these lovers because they're walking into that. Ooh, let's see what happens. Collective energy, please, Spirit. I hope you can hear me okay. I got the fan going full blast. It's perfect, though, to be quite honest with you. Young love, sweet love. Home, evermore. The Evermores are moving home. And the spirits need a body. Well, the Evermores are moving home, and the spirits need a body. So that's cool. That's cool. There's been a promise made. There's been a promise made. So the work that these ancestors and this wise guy have been doing against the bohemian, the artist, the creator, I hope you can see all this, is being defended. There's a promise of defense in this conflict. Can you see all that okay? What are you doing, baby? Are you coming up here? Come on. Come on. There you go. You were all peaceful and stuff during this so-called competition of horseplay being brought upon you by this tribe. You are here in service, and you're being forgiven. You've been seen as, you are seen as a leader you're being of service. You're seen as a leader. You're being forgiven for whatever it is. You're seen as faithful. This tribe of chickens was horseplaying around, competing with you, creating conflict, and you just sat there like, and you just did whatever you did. I don't know what you did, but you stayed at peace. They couldn't knock you off your rocker, or however that story goes. Oh, yeah, see? You handled it perfectly. Ooh, spiritual throne. Expectations of a spiritual throne, wholesome person. Ooh, arcana. Arcana, seen as arcana through the drama. Seen as arcana through the drama. Holy mackerel. You have been observed. Interesting. Why am I pulling all these cards? I haven't even flipped one out yet. Oh, it's telling a story. That's why. Okay. Page of Cups. New love. Innocent new love, seemingly, or perhaps from somebody who isn't seen as important. Innocent new love. In the challenge position, we have the Ten of Wands. So there could be a challenge of laying down a burden, or there could be the challenge that this person is carrying a burden all by themselves. Let us check it out. They could be depressed. Creativity. So unimportant. So they're not important. In the subconscious, they're thinking about the Chariot. So it could be they want to hitch a ride. privilege. Privilege in the reverse. It could be read as two different things. It could be read that this Page of Cups wants to offer new love because they've lost their position of importance, so they see you as innocent and they're heavily burdened and they're stressed out and they see you as this innocent creator being, and they want to come in and get on your chariot because they've lost their privilege. They've lost their important status, their status of importance. They've lost their privilege. So you are innocent here, and you're an innocent creator. In the recent past, there's expansion, there's moving forward. As is. You're all peaceful. You're not stressed out. But intentions and expectations is the devil. So let's see what that's about. The devil isn't able to defend themselves. Codependency can't defend itself. Destructive behavior has no defense. In the near future, we've got the Empress here. So the mother is there. We got personality. We'll delve into that a little more. The lens is being looked through. Ace of Pentacles. So there is a prosperous new venture. Chicken came out in the reverse. So the chicken didn't get it. Or there's a prosperous new ventures for those who aren't chickens. In the environment, we got the Fool in the reverse. So somebody has been... reckless, bad choices, risk-taking, martyr. The Fool, this is... there's no new beginning because it's in the reverse. Somebody's not getting a new beginning. Somebody isn't innocent. They made bad choices, and we have martyr here. In the environment, so this is something everybody can see. The hope is that there will be a releasing of the pain, a recovery, and a moving on, forgiveness, like a no longer having to think about it, a moving on, recovering, mending the heart. Wow. You're moving on. Somebody's haunted by, or somebody who's been utilizing the Ouija board to haunt people. They're not receiving a promise. They're being released. You're forgiving it. You're releasing it. You're letting it go, and you're moving on. Whoever this is, whoever's been doing this, they didn't get a promise from you. They couldn't get a promise from you. They got martyred. Somebody martyred them. They martyred themselves. You got somebody in the outgoing energy in a Seven of Swords energy, so they're trying to get away with something. They're trying to be tricky. they want to play around, they want to horseplay around and bring conflict. So they're in a Seven of Swords, trickery and fraud, betrayal and deception, conflict and horseplay. Kin could be family. Kin whose purpose was to play with you, this religious kin. There's something about a prophecy. It's weird. It's like the teacher was watching from afar or something, watching this explorer. What is that? Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. So it could be that this Page of Cups is offering new love because they lost their status of importance and they see you as innocent. They want to talk, they want to have a conversation. You are innocent, you're a creator, you have this creative ability. They could see you as a winner. You are victorious. You've gained a victory over something. You're in your chariot. You're this innocent creator. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to get in your chariot because they lost their privilege. They're here challenged by this Ten of Wands in the reverse. They're really struggling. And they're burned out. They need somebody to help them. As this is like beyond. This is like there's no end in sight of this heavy burden, of this Ten of Wands burden. For this person, there's no end in sight of this heavy burden. And they see you with this chariot and they want to say, hey, see, you are a creative being and you are worthy. You are innocent. You gained a victory. For you, this is a release. See, for you, you were in this energy, this but now for you, it's a release. And for them, it's a never-ending burden. Because you have been found worthy. You are a creator. You are innocent. You gained a victory. You're in your chariot. This person wants to offer new love because they're not seen as important. They lost their status of importance. They lost their privilege. They're guilty. They've been found guilty and they lost their status. So they want to call you, they want to have a conversation, they want to woo you and get aboard your little chariot. You're moving forward as is. You're moving into your destiny. You love yourself. You're still healing. There's an intention or an expectation that codependency, destructive behaviors, those who have been coming at you, they won't be able to defend themselves. They have no defense. They can't defend themselves against what's going on here, against this separation, against this, whatever this is. This personality is there in the near future here with the Empress. Let's see what's going on. They're reminiscing about joking around, how funny it was, you know. They're reminiscing about the inside jokes. That one doesn't even belong in there. They're reminiscing about the inside jokes that they were doing against this Empress. There is an Ace of Pentacles here, a financial opportunity, but not for the chicken. Why is there another card? Oh my goodness! What's it? Why are these? So the chicken, yeah, because the chicken used passion to gain money, so the chicken doesn't get this Ace of Pentacles because they use sex to gain money and profit. So the chicken's not getting an Ace of Pentacles. In the environment, there's the Fool card in the reverse, so there's no new beginnings. There's the Martyr card, so somebody's being martyred. They caused a lot of damage. This is heavy. This is serious business. Irreplaceable. They made a bad choice. They martyred somebody irreplaceable. Or they're being reckless. They're reckless. They're making a bad choice. They're trying to martyr somebody who's irreplaceable. Ooh, because they're hoping that they can move on because they are being haunted by the spirits that they called forth or whatever with this Ouija board, and they didn't gain a promise. They're not able to honor their promise. They need to martyr somebody who's irreplaceable. They made bad choices, and now they need to make another risk. Unbelievable. But it's not. Oh my goodness. They failed to give you what you needed. They neglected you. They didn't get a promise. There's gossip. They're afraid of what people are going to say. So their solution is to come at you with the Seven of Swords to play around and bring conflict, to trick you, to martyr you. Indecisive. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Damage. They caused a lot of damage. They're longing for you. They're daydreaming about you. They're confused because they've been detached. They want to fix the connection. The truth is out. They want to tell the truth. They want to fix the connection. They made mistakes. But our love is still there despite the distance. They're holding back. They want to escape. They're very egotistical and they're keeping secrets. They're not being truthful. They're not being truthful. They're third party shadow side reflection. Whoever this is. So whoever this is coming forward for forgiveness, they're like they want to separate you from everybody. They're in a bad way. Unfinished business, dishonesty, missed opportunity, disagreements, overwhelmed, stressed out. Because they know that you are being reunited in a soul contract with somebody who will take their responsibilities seriously. They want to take you out because they're feeling broken and shattered about this situation. They're feeling the absence of your soul tie. You've been cut off. And so, yeah, this runner has habits. They're running after you. They never appreciated you. And they're getting what they gave. They're getting the reciprocation of what they gave, what they invested in. And it's an unexpected outcome. So their solution is to martyr you, basically. So let's continue to clarify what's going to happen here. They're not quite sure how to go about it, but that's their intention. They want to martyr you, their irreplaceable being. You're innocent. They want to call you up. They want to try to get you to have a meeting with them, to get somehow in your energy, in your space, in your 3D world or whatever. I don't know. This devil can't defend themselves. They're in an endless Ten of Wands burden. And they want to take you out. You weren't denied. You were found innocent. They've been stripped of their status of importance. You are an innocent, worthy creator being. Your burdens have ended and theirs have just begun. They're under judgment. Their judgment is like never-ending burden. You gained a victory here. You gained a victory over this person. They lost their status of privilege because they've been found guilty. Oh! Somebody's having like anxiety attacks. You are a being of service, and you feel good when you can help others. You gained a victory. You're in your chariot. You're moving forward. Woo. They failed. See, you aren't a prideful person. You're very peaceful. You love yourself, you take care of yourself, you heal yourself, you tend your own self. You don't need anybody to get involved in your business. I mean, it's nice to have protection and stuff, you know. You're on your destined path. You're moving forward into your destiny. This one is still, look, they're envious. They're so envious. You are successful. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. And they can't defend themselves against you. Empress. This personality is remembering the inside jokes, the laughter that they were having while they were coming after you. Wow, this one flipped out, but then this one flipped up. You're calling judgment. You gained a victory over this devil. They couldn't defend themselves against you. There's no greater goal than to love. You are successful. They're here remembering how they were laughing about trying to take you out. And they're here in the near future laughing because they're facing losing their freedom. They're facing death, and they want this for you. Empress. Do whatever you need to do with the genders, but this is how the cards are telling this story. The Ace of Pentacles goes to, it doesn't go to the chicken. The chicken was using passion, was using sex to gain money, basically. And so they don't get this opportunity. Chicken reversed. And they're pissed. They're pissed. I think this is what happens every time you live, and then you call judgment, and then they freaking figure out a way to martyr you and take you out of the scene. And so that's what's going on right now, is there's a big old murder plot happening. For those who are calling judgment, or for this Empress who's calling judgment. There's no humor. They don't think it's funny. This isn't funny. Their values are all about money. They're taking a risk. They're making bad choices. They're going to take a risk. They want to martyr somebody who's irreplaceable. Because they failed, or they will fail. Ick. I don't like this energy. So you got the Three of Swords reversed. They didn't get a new beginning. You could read this that they didn't get a new beginning, that they're being martyred, or that they didn't get a new beginning, so they want to martyr an irreplaceable being because they failed or they will fail. We got moving on. The Ouija board, they were calling up spirits, haunting spirits, using the Ouija board. They don't have a promise. They didn't gain a promise. They neglected to give you what you needed. They're afraid of what people are going to think. You're moving on. You're moving on. You're leaving. And they're so mad. They failed to martyr you. That's what it is. They failed to martyr you. They're going to fail to martyr you. Patience. Everything happens in divine order. Patience. Oh my God. They're coming at you with this Seven of Swords. Trickery and fraud. Playing around with conflict, bringing you conflict. They don't quite know how to go about doing it. You have empathy for this situation. You're open to seeing both sides of this story. We got blame in the reverse. The card reads, I accept responsibility for my well-being. These ones don't want to accept responsibility for their well-being. You see both sides of this story. You understand what's happening here. You trust your inner voice, your intuition, your connection with spirit. You don't need to know all of the answers. You know that you're never alone. You're an abundant, limitless being who lives life with gratitude. And you have an abundant imagination. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Somebody didn't get a new beginning. They're making bad choices. No courtship. No courtship. This denial card says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. This person, they don't have any awareness. There's a denial here, and they're not comprehending it. They're not letting it go. They're under judgment, and they in the courthouse. They didn't get set and well. They're like being judged with never-ending burdens. It's freaking heavy energy, man. False person. Losing their privilege. They've been found guilty. In the courthouse, you gained a victory. You're a being of service. You're innocent. Whatever these ones had going on, you've been found innocent in the courthouse and they've been found guilty. Yeah, you've been found innocent. They've been found guilty. This is... Privileged lady, you're the privileged lady. You're this empress. You're still trying to heal. You're moving into your destiny. You don't move with pride. This devil can't defend themselves against love. They're in poverty. They're reminiscing. This actor is reminiscing about all of the inside jokes, about how they used to laugh, about it. But it's not so funny now because they are losing their freedom. They're facing death. And they're thinking about this empress. It could be that this empress is like, hey, it's you or me, you know. And since they already tried to take her out and failed because she gained a victory, now it's them. And they're not liking it. They're not liking it. Whatever they wished this for her, you know, and it didn't work. She survived. And now they're like, oh man. They're like, this isn't funny anymore. They didn't get the Ace of Pentacles. Wealthy man. He's a chicken. He did not get the Ace of Pentacles. He doesn't think this is funny. He's taking risks. He wants to martyr this irreplaceable empress privileged lady. This irreplaceable yeah, and then because of failure, or he will fail. Let's check it out. Yeah, he wants to martyr her and take her great fortune. He wants to steal it. Because you're moving on. This is a weird mentality of wife beaters, or at least the one I got in touch with when in my life cycle. It was like, if I can't have you, no one will. You know, it's this weird mentality. I don't know. And this is kind of like the mentality. They're like coming at this and they're like, whoa, no, you cannot move on. You cannot get in your chariot and leave. And they're like, no. They're being haunted by the spirits they called forth using the Ouija board. They didn't gain a promise. They neglected to give you what you needed. They're worried about what people are thinking. Patience. Everything happens in divine order. Moving on, transitioning, recovering. They're in despair because you're innocent. Whatever they were trying to lay on you, they couldn't lay on you because you're innocent. Whatever they were trying to lay on you with these spirit Ouija board, haunted, whatever, it wouldn't stick to you because you are innocent, and you're this irreplaceable, high vibrational empress, privileged lady essence, and you're like continuously pouring into your cup. I'm like, I love me. The world can't kick me down. On your own, filling up my cup, filling up my cup. You know, no matter how many times the world kicks you, you're like filling your cup. No matter how, and it's like a consistent thing, you know, it's like pain come in and then healing go out, you know, whatever. It's a process. But you got this, and you are this, and you're this innocent, and it's very clear in the courthouse that this was a thief. You're innocent twice. You're innocent in the central energy. You're innocent in the hope and fear. They're afraid. They're in despair because you're seen as innocent. It's like wild. Whatever these hauntings, it won't stick to you. This thief is in bad health. They're all up in their thoughts, thinking about you. They're psyched out. They're freaking psyched out about your pathway and your money. Because there's a change. Main male says, hey, you're going to prison for what you did. They're concerned about this on the distant horizons. Main female sees both sides of this situation. She has empathy, so she understands clearly what's happening here. This privileged lady empress, as you saw, and their high honor. You know, it's like true emperors and empresses are not going to base their decisions on research that somebody else does and hands to them and proclaims as truth. True emperors and empresses are going to dive in and gather that information themselves, no matter how bad it hurts. And that's what you do. You're not basing your decision on somebody else's research. You're high honor. This is first-hand information. You know without a doubt that what you are saying is the truth. Based on your own personal testimony over probably many cycles of, varying circumstances. Yeah, the thief is going on a journey. They're in bad health. They're going to make a journey. They're making a journey. So this thief is going to make a journey. They're coming at you horseplaying. They want to bring conflict. They don't know quite what to do because you know what they've been doing. They can't defend it. They can't defend it. I'm glad to see that because I didn't know that was going on with this martyred stuff. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Oh, they can't stand the thought of losing you. It's like they just want to, like the caveman days, drag you by your hair wherever you go. I don't know, but that's kind of like what this is. If I can't have you, nobody will. And it's like weird, obsessive, like no self-control, no. I mean, the privileged lady is standing on her own here, like a pillar. And these ones are coming against her. I mean, she's with her, the main male is here, like right there. Such interesting lives you all lead. So somebody's wanting to offer new love, but they're not getting a courtship. They're being denied. They've lost their status of importance. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to get to know you. You've been found as innocent, and this is their strategy. You have been found worthy. You are a creator, and they are under judgment. They did not get your sudden well, and they've been judged with a 10 of Wands in the reverse. So like endless burden. There's like no end to this burden. Fate. So you got fate. So they've lost their status of privilege, this false person. They've been found guilty in the courthouse. You love yourself. Self-love gains a victory. You filled your cup and you continued to be of service to people while all this was happening. You didn't get off track. You might have got slowed down, but you didn't get off track. You remained balanced, harmonized, you know. If it got out of whack, you brought it back in. And that's just what you did. You have self-love here twice. You turned on your light, your love light. You turned on your love light and you healed. Oh. So you're not a prideful person, but you've also got this these codependent toxic people. Their pride has been hurt. Their pride is damaged. They weren't able to stop eternal love. They couldn't get into the eternal love. They couldn't damage it. They can't take part in it. They can't take part in eternal love. Their pride is hurt. They can't take pride in eternal love because there's no love in them. They can't defend themselves about it. There's no love in them. They're completely in poverty in that department. They're all about abusive and toxic relationships with themselves and others. Oh. They're all fighting. They're fighting with each other. Whoever these people are, they're fighting. They're confused about these rituals that these third wheel enemies are confused about these rituals that they did. It's like it's backfiring in such a big way. Oh my God, because success, there's no greater goal than to love. There's nothing, love wins. Calm, peace, serenity, love, self-love, self-love. And these ones are they're trying to do these rituals, throwing death and conflict your way, and they're confused. It's like, why are we in poverty? Why are we stripped of our freedom and death? And they're thinking back about how funny it was to be doing all this stuff to the Empress. So the Empress, a sweetheart. So they didn't reach their goals. They're not having sweet dreams because she's okay. Oh man, they're not happy. They were using sex and passion to gain money, passion projects. It doesn't necessarily have to be just sex. It can be things that people are passionate about, like saving the whales or whatever. I don't know. But so they're having dark thoughts. They're not looking at the lighter side of things right now because they're. We got chicken in the reverse. Chicken in the reverse could mean that you are brave and courageous, entering into your prosperity. This could be the Empress, privileged lady, brave and courageous, entering into prosperity, victorious, resting surely in love. Yeah, she's no chicken. There's a wealthy man here who's been using sex to gain money. He could be like sniffing around and stuff. He's got a lot of dark thoughts going on. He needs money. So he wants to come in and he wants to martyr this irreplaceable being to gain great fortune. Taking a risk. Taking a risk. There's a vow here. He needs a vow. He needs to gain some kind of a vow, some kind of an agreement so that he can legally, spiritually, legally or whatever, do something. So that he can legally martyr you or whatever. If he gains possession or permission somehow, he'll be able to separate you from your irreplaceable person. That's their plan. They made a vow to come in and separate you from your person so that for great fortune. Somebody's been hired to come in and martyr you. They're taking a risk. We do have failure here. They're stubborn though. They're kind of nutty. They could be having some issues going on. They're furious about justice being served. And of course, they're targeting the one person. They think that if we eliminate that one person, it'll all stop or whatever. I don't know what they're thinking because I don't think crazy, you know. Even when I was kind of crazy, I wasn't thinking real crazy. I just got real deep into reality. So they're furious about justice being served. They're under judgment here in the challenge position, and they're like, oh man, this is not good, because they're having natural disasters. They think it's all your fault, privileged lady, Empress, because they lost you. They weren't able to get a contract with you, gain a courtship, gain a connection, a cord, a connection, a union. But they're still trying. They want to come in. They want to do that so that they can gain. They got to gain that connection, that relationship. They're tempted. They're like driven by temptation and fantasy. And dark thoughts. But you are courageous. You're entering into this. It's like, wow, but no, this is going on. So Oh my gosh. You just can't get any more plain than this. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I really enjoy the way that it comes together like it does. So you're releasing the pain of this, right? They're gonna fail at their attempt to martyr you. We got the big old huge and humongous. See how big those letters are? Yeah, big old failure. So it fails. It's a big mistake is what it is. You're releasing this pain. You're forgiving it. You're letting it go. You're not going to think about it anymore. You're transitioning and recovering, moving on. These ones did some stuff with the Ouija board, and they're in despair. I'm not even kidding, guys. They're in despair because you are innocent, and it wouldn't stick to you. They couldn't bind you. It wouldn't stick to you. You didn't do anything wrong. There was nothing for it to stick to. You're innocent. There's no skeletons in your closet for this kind of stuff to stick to. They couldn't bind you to these spirits, that they were trying to get you haunted with. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Oh, they're mad. They're more than mad. They're in despair. They're in complete and utter despair. Because they can't fulfill a promise. They didn't gain a promise. They didn't fulfill the promise. And it's seen very, very clearly that they neglected to give you what you needed. Whoever this is, apparently they had some kind of a connection with you, and everybody can see very, very clearly that they neglected you. They were, whatever lies they were spinning were completely false. They're afraid of what people are going to think, but have patience because everything happens in divine order. Wow. The weeds always get pulled. Sometimes it takes time. You know? Oh, I'm not done with this one yet. Robbery. So yeah, they're coming forward with the Seven of Swords. They're going with betrayal and trickery. And fraud even. They're wanting to rob you. So whatever they're trying to do, they're horse playing around. They could be falsifying documents. They could be doing whatever scheme that has worked for them in the past. They're going through them all right now, coming up with something, hopefully, that'll work with you. Man, they got a lot of horseplay to go through to try to find a solution. They don't know what to do. The indecisive card is here, and blame is in the reverse. They can't blame you. They don't know what to do. They can't blame you. And empathy is here. There's an understanding of what has been going on both sides of the coin. And this main female is seen as high honor and innocent. Twice innocent. Getting a new family tree. She has a great vitality. Coming into reborn, seen as a fortune, this great fortune, seen as this great fortune, this great solar plexus vitality. An electric being. An electric being. An electric being. And imagine, if the toxins were eliminated from the foods and the waters, and the system was able to come into an ideal status. You're already all that. Imagine if all the toxins were gone in the foods and the waters. In the thoughts, in the energetic interferences. This guy keeps popping up, man. Enemy. Ooh, yeah, you got the enemy here in the central energy. Their strategy, they've been mind reading or creeping into your dreams, or maybe they know that you have this divine union coming. And so their strategy, mind reading about your future, divination or whatever, this enemy is looking into your life, peeping Tom Voyeur, trying to gain a courtship with you, and they're denied. You're like, no. Some people just won't take no for an answer, you know? They like want to punish you just for saying, man, I don't particularly like turnips. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. Lover. Yeah. Lover in the reverse. Courtship in the reverse. Judgment. No sudden wealth for this person. They got a 10 of Wands in the reverse. Endless burden. In the court. The court has said, that's what you get. They're losing their privilege. Yeah, they've been found guilty. They're losing their status of privilege, this false person. Empress, privileged lady, main female, high honor, main female, irreplaceable. What are people doing? Sweetheart, they're going after a sweetheart who loves themselves. And they can't pin any of these hauntings onto this person because they're innocent. There's no drama. There's no, I don't know what you would call them. Triggers. There's no triggers. There's no unhealed wounds. She did her work. You know, a lot of people say they did, but she did, because they can't make it stick. And they're like, oh no, what do we do now? Room. We got room in the reverse, and room is, this is my card for mind. So they don't have access to her mind. Their strategy, so it could be, you know, that they know through divination, they're using the Ouija board up there, so it could be through whatever divination practices they're using, but they personally, maybe they can't affect her mind. So they want to affect her mind with these hauntings, but she's innocent and they can't, it won't stick. And they're in despair. They can't affect her mind. Yeah, they can't bind it. They can't bind it to her, and she's like moving on. She's releasing it. They've been lying. They've been lying. Everything's been a lie. Oh, so they didn't get eternal love. Their pride is hurt, and they are sick. They're sick. There's this. There's death. They can't defend themselves. There's death. This is so huge, man. This is so wild. It's so deep. They're bereft. They're in poverty. They have no love within themselves. They're confused. They're confused because the rituals they did, they're not working. There's no greater goal than to love. They're not having any effect. They're backfiring. These death spells are backfiring. Soldier. A soldier bringing conflict, now in conflict with all of their people. I don't know, they're all fighting amongst each other now. They couldn't overcome love. They've lost their freedom. There's death here too. They didn't reach their goals. They're not having sweet dreams. They're remembering the inside jokes, how funny it was to do this to a sweetheart, this empress, who is stable and harmonized and okay as is. Constantly doing the work because she's constantly being challenged. She never gets a break. She has learned very well how to love herself. Oh yeah, she's an expert at nurturing now. She knows just what to do. Again, gee, mini crickets, double freaking whammy, man. Double freaking whammy. Innocent times 2, sweetheart times 2. The Empress is okay. Wow, did they bite off more than they could chew or what? She's chicken in the reverse. She's not a chicken. She's not afraid. She's coming into her Ace of Pentacles. She's getting her reward, her financial opportunity. Ooh, her new venture, her prosperous new venture. This wealthy man has a fantasy. He's tempted. He's got this fantasy of coming in, or maybe he's being bribed. He's being bribed to persuade you, to tempt you through chemistry, through passion, to gain a connection. A corded connection, a permission of access to your sacred vitality, your essence. A permissive portal access point. Yet they need access. Scholar, using all the wisdom they know, trying it all out, going through the books. They're taking risks, they're making bad choices, and they want to martyr this irreplaceable person. They want to separate this person from their divine kingdom spouse from their they want to separate this irreplaceable person from their great fortune by martyring them. So, and they made a vow. Somebody made a vow to do it. So they hired somebody. Whoever this is, whoever this failure is, they're making bad choices, man. Because they failed. Because they're in a state of failure. They're making risks. They didn't get a new beginning. They're freaking out. They're like, well, if I can't have a new beginning, then you can't have a new beginning. That's where they're at. Thief. In despair because you're innocent and you're not haunted. The hauntings won't stick. They can't bind you to those commitments. And you're moving on. So they gotta do something. I don't know what they're planning on. They're desperate. They're desperate. They're sad because they owe the merchant. They could not bind you. They need consolation. So in the outgoing energy, you've got them coming in with a 7 of Swords. Their strategy is to come in and deceive, to steal, to rob. And they're going to use fraud and trickery to do it. They're horse playing around. It's a little game. They're not quite sure how they're going to do it. They can't blame you for anything. You understand both sides of the situation, or there's others who understand both sides of this situation. They see the main female as a high honor person, and they can't blame this person for all the crap, all the lies that they've been just saying. They can't blame this person. It's seen in the court very clearly. Can you believe it? And they're waiting. It's like they know what the judgment is. They're prideful. They're haughty. Their pride is hurt. They didn't get eternal love. They're sick. Wow. There's some danger here, obviously, in the environment. Everybody knows that these are going haywire. You got... This wasn't expected. So you got some folks being reckless. Okay, they're taking risks that they wouldn't otherwise take. They're coming out and they're gonna fail. They're gonna fail to steal your great fortune. They're gonna fail to separate you. Well, there's a thief here trying to separate you from your great fortune. They want to separate you from those that you have a vow with. See, they don't have a vow with you anymore. They don't have a contract with you. So this is just, they can't really do anything unless they court with you and have sex, and somehow gain permission and access to your essence, to your vitality, As far as my understanding goes, but I don't know anything. So don't trust anything I say. Do your own research, okay? Because I don't think there's enough years in to understand exactly how deep this goes. Anyhow, this thief made a vow to separate you from your great fortune, to martyr you. They're making they didn't get the new beginning. They're making bad choices, reckless. Look at that. This is there in the environment. I'm repeating it because it's important. And so is this. So they're doing it because they failed, or because people can see they're a failure, or this process and attempt will fail. Their hope is to bind you to this haunting, but it fails. Obviously, it fails. They can't martyr you in that fashion. They can't bind you to it. You're moving on. You're moving on, and you're going to heal. I thought it was just the little guy who had so much drama going on. Maybe I've just been in error this whole time as to what it actually means to be the little guy. I don't know. You're so patient. It's your mantra. The thief fails to separate you from your great fortune. From your vitality, from your life force essence. They fail to martyr you. Man, that's some bad decision making stuff going on right there. See you on the next one, everybody.